All right, I think there's something that I have understood now, which is this is video number 5. And I also have decided that for the moment I would like to stay here and walk around a bit barefoot. Now all I can tell you is that it feels always really liberating to be barefoot. But also, I mean, that's something important. You know, I've trained it a lot, so my feet, I don't know if you would call them calloused, whatever that means. It's like, you know, your feet just get tougher. They get a lot tougher. And wow, right, that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice when your feet start becoming a bit tougher. And you're not so sensitive anymore. I mean, I've walked barefoot in all kinds of weather, in all kinds of terrain. Most people that would walk here, wow, for me this is like really nice right now. Sometimes it's a bit painful, of course. But I believe it's just important to do things that free you from your ideas of how you should be, right? Or how you ought to be. You know, just because other people are putting up a real good act, you know, of being somebody of who they're not. And that's often people who read a lot of books. You know, they pretend to be overly nice and overly good. And I just like to be whoever I want to be. So whether that's like running around, and I don't do that often, not nearly often enough. You know, I don't really do that as often as I would like to, simply because at the moment I don't really have the time, right? I don't really have the time. So I have to take the time to do these things. And for me, the reason why I want to be creative in the way that I'm being creative is because I want to have time to do such things here. You know, I want to be able to run. I want to be able to be free. And so I free myself from what is binding me. So that also means I have to go to places where I'm alone, because I have to take care of that need. It's really hard in this society to be alone. Sometimes, you know, people in relationships, they have a problem to be alone because their partner doesn't like it. Well, I have to say, I really love it. And I want to maintain that. You know, it's important to think about what you want, you know, and to just have a look and to check out all kinds of different locations, right? Because when you're alone, you can really have a look at all kinds of places. Like, you know, like I said, I'm not an idiot, right? I'm not trying to be an idiot, right? All I'm trying to be is free from what people are trying to force me to do. And I mean, I'm not gonna film myself climbing around here simply because I don't want people to think it's a good idea to do that, you know? But I might do that, you know, when the camera is turned off, because I don't have to show you everything that I do, right? And that's why, you know, I don't have to show you, you know, how I have sex with somebody. You know, that's not for you to see. I don't have to make myself feel better through using others, you know, but it does help me to show to the world who I am through filming myself. But it doesn't work, and that's what I dislike about a lot of people who only film themselves, you know, in their best behavior, who like always try to be really nice, and when somebody does something to them, you know, then it's their fault. You know, that's not how it works, you know. If you think somebody wronged you, it's just as much your fault, because you probably ignored them. You weren't listening to the truth about your actions, and so maybe in the end they punched you in the face. I had that once. Should I be angry at that guy who threw me into the street? Should I be angry about somebody punching me in the face? Should I be angry at a family father, you know, that just doesn't want to do what I want him to do? You know, should I be angry at all of these people? No, I don't think so. You know, I think I should say, hey, you know, that's just life. I mean, come on. Sometimes I'm nice, sometimes I'm not so nice. You know, is it bad that this kind of place exists here? You know, is it like really bad? Is it? Can you say that this place is really bad? There are probably people who enjoy working here, right? So let them enjoy it, but it has to be balanced, you know? Of course it's nice to dig in the sand and stuff, you know? But it has to be balanced. And right now this world is out of balance. You know, it's just chaos. And then you have like people who try to be like overly sane, but they are chaotic as well. And you know, I'm just trying to be chaotic, but also like, you know, chaotic sanity, because just sanity is boring and only chaos will destroy you. So it has to be balanced. And see, the reason I need a lot of space, I need a lot of space to feel free, because if there's any less space or too many people, they all take away my freedom, because they are not free. And so yeah, to me it's important to be as free as I can be, and whether or not you manage to be free is your own choice, right? This is like really nice and cold. You see, I had to walk all this way here, and that's of course a metaphor for spirituality, for the path that you're walking. You know, you're like trotting around. Let's not, you know, consciously, you know, I know why I'm here. I know why I'm doing this. And I did something to figure that out. And that's why, you know, I have an advantage to people who have no idea what they're doing, which is people who are pretending to be somebody that they're not, right? That's my advantage. And then I can dance with you, right? Because, you know, I don't think about it. It just feels really good. Wow. And I don't know how this is looking on the camera. All I know is that people just have to learn how to be free. See, and now, yeah, my feet are starting to become a bit softer because they were really tight, right? Look at this, I mean, so that's massage. I mean, if you've ever been to a real Thai massage, it's not about comfort. Thai massage is about discomfort, right? Because you were like curled up into a really, really tight, anxious ball. And now somebody comes and he's trying to massage it out of you. That's what nature does. It's like whipping you, you know, with gusts of wind and rain and like sharp objects, like poke you and say, you know, get out of that shit, you know, that fucking comfort zone. Get out of it, you know, let go, you know, let go into life, right? If you don't understand what letting go is about, you know, try to figure it out. You know, what does it mean, right? Not knowing is uncomfortable, so figure it out, you know? Try to find comfort, you know? Sometimes we're so afraid to hurt ourselves, you know, also in love with women. You know, we're so afraid to hurt ourselves that we don't do anything at all. It's like, oh, you know, yeah, okay, then remain a virgin, but then be okay, right? If you really want to, you know, stay a virgin, then that's your predicament, right? It's your choice. And, you know, in that sense, I'm a virgin and dying, but also not. And that's, you know, why I'm grateful for psychedelics, because they took my virginity. They basically did. And that's why, you know, I can be a bit mad, like conscious mad. I can jump around barefoot because I've pushed through the pain and I didn't know what I would come here to do today. I didn't know what I would be talking about. And, you know, yeah, sure, I have to render all these videos and it's a fucking drag, but I also love it because it gives me time to relax in between, right? Because if my laptop's occupied with doing other things, what does it mean? You know, I can actually go for a walk. I could go for a run. And instead I start feeling miserable because I think, you know, I want to work more, right? You know, I want to work more. Now I feel like, you know, I want to jump on that rock. You know, does that make sense? No. Why? Because I'm afraid. You know, it doesn't look very stable, but who knows?